All right, back on the good old Periscope here. Next time I gotta, you know what? I'm gonna try next time to bring my phone in with me and Periscope whatever the fuck I'm doing. I fucking wish I'd have had the phone. I'd have been recording or something for the last 5 minutes. I was walking out of the store right now. I was walking out of the store, and I don't know if they have this everywhere. I know for sure they don't have this. I'm sure they have something similar in like the UK and other states, especially. But in Arizona, for sure, they had something called the DARE program. It was drug. What was it? It was basically a program to get kids to not do drugs and basically to not do drugs and not join gangs, right? Well, I haven't seen these motherfuckers in fucking 20 years. Last time I saw them was like 10. So no, it was about almost 20 years, right? No, you know what? I lied. Dare I saw them in high school for like a week. They came to my high school and were like, kids, don't do drugs and don't join gangs and shit like that. And okay. They're like, don't do drugs and don't join gangs, right? They must be hurting for money because they just had two guys outside the store asking for donations, and the guy goes, this guy realizes I'm a little younger than most of the people coming out of the store, and he goes, hey man, you remember the DARE program? And I fucking just burst out laughing, and he literally just right away goes, oh, it's not funny, and I'm like, fuck, then why am I laughing? Why am I laughing? If you're not laughing, I pulled the Joe Rogan line on him. I go, if you're not laughing, you're not paying attention. Huh. What the hell? This is weird. Okay. Right in front of me, again, I can't turn the camera so you guys can see. I wish I could, but okay, here's a weird one. And I'm going to answer Andy's question right now in a second because he got me. He stumped me on that one. But I don't know how it is in other states and other cities and shit. Arizona, somehow, even as hot as it is fucking around here, has a real issue with having a lot of homeless people on the corners asking for money. And these fuckers are teaming up now. Like, they're teaming up. They got a team. I just saw like 4 people come together, and they all it's like they swap shifts. Like one chick handed her sign to this other dude. He handed her like a big gulp from Circle K. And he took the corner and she walked off. So that was weird. Anyway, so like I was saying, so I was leaving the store, and again, in other cities, I don't know if you guys had the DARE program or you guys had a GREAT, like gang resistance and some other bullshit. But the DARE program is so full of shit. In fact, the DARE program, from what I remember, was actually funded by I think alcohol companies and tobacco companies. It's basically to stop the legalization of marijuana. So that's another story for another time. But this fucker goes, hey, I guess, like I said, he realized that I was younger than most of the people coming out of the store, and he goes, hey man, do you remember the DARE program? And I just burst out laughing. He goes, it's not funny. And I go, why am I laughing? Why am I laughing? And like I said, I pulled the Joe Rogan line on him. He goes, if you're not laughing, then you're not paying attention. That shit was fucking funny. All right, it's like, come on, man, you can't scam me. I'm 29. I'm a grown ass man, dog. Come on now. That one is from, what's his name? Fuck. A comedian does that one. He goes, I'm a grown ass man, dog. It's Cedric the Entertainer. Anyway. Oh, getting texts and tweets probably, but I can't see your tweets. If you're trying to tweet me, sorry, I can't see it. You have to just do a fucking Periscope comment if you can. If you're online watching this on the browser, okay, sorry, can't fucking help you on that one. I know you can't comment if you're on a browser, which is stupid. But yeah, I can't read tweets at the moment. I have to read them afterwards and hit you back up. Anyway, Andy says, if as far as 9/11, if I think that it's conspiracy, and again, I don't know, right? Every time someone asks me, do you think it's a conspiracy? I'm like, I'm not really sure. I was 16 when it happened, so I taking everything in. I remember being 16 and being fucking terrified. You know what I mean? I was terrified. I was like, fuck, they're flying planes into buildings, goddamn. So, what about the 7/7 bombings a year later? that tripped me the fuck out too, because that's when I started paying attention to like a lot of things. I don't know a lot about the 7/7 bombings, other than that was fucking crazy too. And I'm like, all right, well now they're hitting other countries. This is getting insane. And every both attacks had the same thing, characteristics, what they called it, of attackers, which is Muslim extremists and all this other shit. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, do they know each other? What the fuck? Like, is it the same organization did it? What's going on? So, no, man, I don't know a lot about the 7/7 bombings, to be honest with you. I'd have to look it up and read up on what they say the facts are and what they're not. But I don't think I'm saying that, or maybe I am saying I just don't recognize them. I might just be too dumb to recognize it. But I don't think I'm saying that I think 9/11 was a conspiracy. What I am saying is that I just don't believe everything the government tells me, and definitely don't believe everything the government told me about, or told us, or the official story about that whole thing. I think a lot of people, man. First of all, a lot of people died, and a lot of families suffered, and this is so much stuff came out of that event, that incredibly tragic and terrible event, because even we're still dealing with what happened now. I mean, apart from the fact that a lot of people died and people are still missing their family members and all that, the Patriot Act came out of that, which somehow people just accepted, and I don't know if it expired and I'm pretty sure it expired by now, but I'm also pretty sure they brought it back under other bills. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%. I gotta do my research before this shit, but it's Periscope, whatever. Disclaimer, I just say whatever's in my brain. I might be wrong, but I doubt it. But I'm just letting I might be wrong. Anyway, fuck, I lost my train of thought. But, oh yeah, and then, the first responders are, for example, I don't know the science behind it, but lots of the first responders have been diagnosed, and a lot of them have already died from cancer. And it's a motherfucker just to pass a bill through Congress to get these people some fucking help, man. Like, these are the people that were there, that were there when the shit went down. We're trying to help people survive. We're trying to get people out of the rubble and all that. And they just fucking, and for somehow, some way, the government can't take a little bit of money that they put towards bombs and shit and help these people out. That blows my mind. Firefighters, EMTs, just good Samaritans that decided they were going to help. You're not going to help these people. It's like, we're the most, powerful country on the planet. What the fuck? You know what I mean? So, no, but I'm gonna read up on the bombings, man, for sure. I want to learn about that now, because I don't know a lot about that. What about all the troops? Yeah, and I was getting to that. Also, the troops, thousands of people, thousands of troops. Thousands died. I mean, it was the most, they were talking, the news throws these phrases at you. Most troops dead since the Vietnam conflict and all this other stuff. But they don't actually tell you a number. They're very careful about that because, the victims of the IRA got pretty much pissed off for 40 years. Goddamn. But, yeah, that's true, yeah. But, dude, thousands of people died for in Iraq, in Afghanistan. Iraq was a different, we could say it was a different conflict. They kind of try to use the same reason for it to actually go in there, other than, that place is deep for, regime change and shit. But sorry, that was almost Obama-ish. That wasn't Obama. Anyway, I can't do a good Bush or even a decent Bush. I don't have a Bush impersonation. Anyway, but troops fucking suffered, man. Straight up. I have family members in the military, and that's some crazy shit. I have one now. Younger than me, is in the Air Force. He's getting sent to Afghanistan pretty soon, and the family's pretty freaked out. But he's gonna be on base. I think he's I don't know if he was a mechanic or not. You don't have a bush, bro. I trim. Okay, the ladies want you to be clean. I'm just saying. Now I sound like Fred Kirby, fucking just turning everything to that. Anyway, yeah. Oh, on top of that, dude, fucking Jeb Bush is an interesting character. I don't know if you guys are watching any of the shit on him, or the interviews and pieces on him and all that, or the debates on top of that. But the dude wants to blame, Hillary, wants to go after Hillary for Benghazi, but thinks that his brother and Dick Cheney are completely blameless on the war in Iraq and 9/11 and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, man. But I don't know. We can't forget that there's a human cost to all this stuff. All these decisions these politicians make, there's always a human cost. Always a human cost. And there was no one in the front lines named fucking Bush or Cheney or Clinton or nothing. It was just, a bunch of, fucking Williams and Smiths and Mendozas and shit. There was nobody out there with, from a politician. There was some politicians' kids out there after. I'm sure there was some in there that were in the front lines. I'm not saying that all politicians are horrible. But old men sending young men to die, other than in defense of your country, like strict defense of your country. Again, the whole Afghanistan deal is a little, you're going after the guy that did it. Go get him. But the Iraq War and all that, it was just, it's such a messy subject, and you can't talk about it without hurting someone's feelings, for sure, and messing with somebody else's thoughts on it. The way I handle it is, look, I'll tell you how I feel about it, and then if you feel different, I actually prefer that. You know what I mean? I heard Jesse Ventura is going to run for president. Okay. You watched too much Fahrenheit 9/11. Dude, I saw that like the week it came out. And mind you, I can't stand Michael Moore. But I saw it the weekend it came out. And I was a little more naive. I was stupid. I was more stupid back then. How's that? I was more naive. I was more stupid and optimistic back then. As far as what I thought the truth was in front of my eyes. And I can't stand Michael Moore. What the fuck? But I'm actually go back and watch that and see if I laugh a little harder this time around. But I don't know, man. It's all weird. It's you wish that the world was so transparent and honest, because you try to be an honest person yourself, and you kind of hope that the rest of the world is. But once you realize that everyone's full of shit, or not everyone, a lot of people are full of shit, it makes it hard to to stay optimistic. So I keep it to my small circle of friends, man. I choose to have friends that are very positive minded people. The guys I hang out with, hell, even the guys I talk to on Twitter. Like Aaron Robbins might come off as a grumpy old prick, but he's a really good guy. Fred Kirby, he's a fucking awesome dude. Andrew Reed's a fucking awesome dude. I don't know if you guys have seen, the guys from Cosmos. Nick Pilecki he's younger. He's I think he's 22, 23. He's younger. He reminds me of a dumber me, with all the optimism and all that shit, and he's learning his way through the world and stuff. So, Jesse's more understands. We kind of understand more on the same level here of the world and shit. But it's interesting, man. Very interesting. 29 years old and hoping I get enough time to experience as much as I can before this fucking ride ends for me. But you never know, man. That's why I don't take any days for granted ever. You know what I mean? Every day I try to improve and be a better person than I was yesterday. And I know it's a cliche thing to say, but I legit try to. And this has a lot to do with the things that I've lived through in my life. A lot of unfortunate tragedies that I've had to experience and see for myself and go through all that shit. But so I'm not just throwing bullshit at you or motivational quotes I find on the internet. This is legit. When I end the show, and I've heard it from somebody else, and I can't remember who it was. When I always end every Periscope with you're one day closer to death, make it count. I fucking mean that shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I know most people probably didn't watch the show last night, but whoever watched the show last night, actually Andy saw it. My nephew came in. I leave my door unlocked because my nephew I hang out with my nephew. He's always over. He's always he hangs out with whoever's home, and he comes in my door, and I leave it unlocked on purpose. I don't ever lock that kid out ever. And he comes in my room, and or the room that I do the show in, and he comes up, and he always does this. He's 3 years old. He's still learning how to talk, and he'll be like, "Come play, come." And I'll be like, "Hey man, I'm doing a show." I muted myself, and I was like, "I'm doing a show." And he looks over, he's like, "Show." And he looks over at the computer, and I have Gorgeous George from MMA Junkie, and I have Jesse on the screen, and he's just looking over. So I put him on my lap, and I go, and he starts waving. He's like, "Hi," and I go, "Say hi." He goes, "Hi," and the kid is amazing, and it makes me hope that like if and when I ever have kids, that that I can make a positive impact, man. But for now, with this kid, with my nephew, I love this kid more than anything on the planet, for real. My nephew might be the most amazing human being I know, straight up. And a lot of people say that about their kids and about their nephews and all that shit, but I mean, it's true. It's the truth for them too, but also for me. This kid has given me a different perspective on life that I never understood before, and I understand now. Because first of all, I see him every day, and I spend at least 2-3 hours with him every day. And it's one of those things where he's kind of like, he's like my best buddy. He's my little midget friend, and I love the kid. So it's just one of those things, man. So I take everything day by day, step by step, just trying to improve every day, just trying to remember what's important. And I have my bad days for sure. Today at work was crazy, but as soon as work is over, I basically block everything out. Work stays at work. I don't bring work home. Never. As soon as I get home, it's like, all right, cool. Let's take a 15-20 minute break, and god damn, sweetheart, yeah. Oh, can you see her? Oh, you can see her head, but you can't see her. Sorry, Periscope, you missed out. This honey is fine as fuck. But yeah, I know, I appreciate it every single day. So, even like whenever anyone, whether I have 1 viewer, 10 viewers, 15 viewers, 0, I appreciate everyone that watches all the stuff I do and everything that we do in Crosswinds and whatnot. And so, if you give kids 5 minutes of your time, it lasts a lifetime for them. Oh, for sure, man. 100%, Mike. That's 100% true. Kids, and I forgot where I heard that, and I heard it on a movie too. I heard it on Silent Hill, I think is the name of the movie. But I also heard it before that a few times, and I can't for the life of me remember who said it. But what did they say? A parent or mom or I think mother is God in the eyes of a child. I think that doesn't apply to me. It applies more to my sister, my nephew's mother. But it's very true. If a kid looks up to you, you're your protector, your guidance, your fun, your everything to a kid. And so when I have kids, man, I know for sure. And here's the thing: a lot of people have kids and they're like, okay, well, I had a kid, whatever. I want kids, man. I wanna leave a positive footprint on this world. If I can't do it myself by changing something on this planet, I wanna inspire the mind that does, and if that's and hopefully if I'm lucky enough to find the right woman, and I can start a family of my own and have a couple kids here and leave 2 positive imprints on myself on this planet, man. That's just kind of what I hope for, and it's fun. It's fun to think about it, but until it happens, I'm gonna stay with it. I'm gonna stay in my little mission to make the world around me better. So anyway, I gotta hit up one more spot here, but I'm not gonna come back to Periscope because I wanna hit up my NWA album before I hit the gym in a little bit here. So again, thanks for watching. I think I'm gonna make it so in the morning glory, I'm just gonna talk about whatever I read tonight or see tonight or whatever comes up to mind in the morning. And on these afternoon drives home, if you guys want to send something that you guys want me to talk about, you guys want to discuss something on Twitter, and I'll bring it up on Periscope and see what everyone thinks. Just tweet me over, man. But I think I'm gonna make this an everyday thing now because I basically do it every day. So anyway, take care of yourself. Take care of you and yours. Put out some positivity on the planet today, because we need it. So everyone have a good afternoon. Have a good night. If you're watching football, Andy, if you can watch some Chuck Egg tonight, give it a chance. This is a game that no, thank you, Andy. But this is a game tonight that could be a hilarious disaster between the Eagles and the Giants if you can pull it up on TV or even on the internet. So if not, all good. I know next year you guys get the NFL on over there as the NFL tries harder and harder to get into Europe. So anyway, everyone have a good afternoon. Have a good night. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Andy. Thanks, Davey that jumped in. I think Nick was here for a second. Peace out, Mike. Talk to you guys on Twitter, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. See ya.